hello folks, welcome back. I'm hoping uko salama na hapa ni Dr. Politica and here we decode power. Tuna reset Kenya. Now you see, my people, Kenyans wamefurahi vile Ruto anamalizwa na Trump. How USA is actually distancing itself from William Ruto. Now, no one should deny that Ruto is a messy country. How am I saying so? You see, when you see a superpower like America, ikisema kwamba they don't want to help Kenya, hawataki anything to do with Kenya. My friends, wejua kwamba inchi imeharibika. Inchi imeharibika. Whether utakubali ama utakataa, lakini inchi imeharibika. Because what Trump said yesterday was just, disastrous. Yani ilikuwa ni mbaya. To see President wa America anasema kwamba ataki kusaidia Kenya. Hebu sikiza.
But together with many of you in the room, we've brought back the fundamental principle that defending the homeland is the military's first and most important priority. That's what it is. Only in recent decades did politicians somehow come to believe that our job is to police the far reaches of Kenya and Somalia while America is under invasion from within. We're under invasion from within. No different than a foreign enemy, but more difficult in many ways because they don't wear uniforms. At least when they're wearing a uniform, you can take them out. These people don't have uniforms. But we are under invasion from within. We're stopping it very quickly. After spending trillions of dollars defending the borders of foreign countries, with your help, we're defending the borders of our country from now on. We're not going to let this happen. Biden let people come in from prisons, mental institutions, drug dealers, murderers. We had 11,488 murders allowed into our country by this guy who had no clue.
Yes, it's just clear that US Army military wenye wako Kenya watoke rudi America wa focus na nchi yao. In a nutshell, he was trying to say that ataki mambo ya William Ruto. Kweli. And now, to add salt to injury, even USA imetoa polisi wa Kenya kule Haiti. Now replaced na another country. My friends, tumeisha. Ruto ametumes. I don't know whether, you see, seeking a position kama president and leading are two different things. You can be a good politician mwenye akona power ya kudanganya watu kwa convince mumvotie. Lakini ile wisdom ya kulead hauna. And now I'm referring to William Ruto. Ruto is just a good politician because he knows how to play his cards, he knows how to confuse his opponents, he knows how to maneuver his ways ashinde election. Lakini leading this nation has become a problem to William Ruto. Ameshindwa. You can see ameshindwa. There's no way. Kuna shida everywhere. Majenzi wanapigana watoe Ruto. Naona haya America pia imtaki all corners. Shiko na shida all corners. There's a problem with our leader. I don't know whether ni advisors ndo ana wazuri ama yeye mwenyewe ndo ajui ku lead this nation, because now right now tunaongea the things are just messy. Like vitu ni mbaya, I'm telling you.
The fate of the 750 Kenyan police officers who have led the multinational security support mission for the past 12 months in Haiti is uncertain. This is after the United Nations Security Council on Tuesday authorized a new multinational gang suppression force in the country to replace the Kenyan-led security support mission.
You see, America kito hizi loans, hizi USAID, masjui nini, watoe, whatever. I'm telling you, we'll be just in for it. This country will remain third world. We'll go. You see, in Africa, Kenya is one of the biggest country in terms of development. And actually, when you go to South Africa, ama you go to other countries, useme umetoka Kenya, those people will really respect you. Because umetoka Kenya. because they see Kenya as a very big country, like country imeendelea. In fact, in East Africa, Kenya is the best country in terms of, development, graduates, blah blah blah. I think even in Africa we are like number one ama number two kwa tumesoma. From sina Nigeria tunashindana, yeah, in terms of the numbers of graduates. Kenya tuko mbele, but our leaders don't wanatumaliza. Yes, corruption nini. Right now even we have so many graduates kwa streets, hawana kazi. Yeah, hawana kazi, wamesoma. People are professional, people have degrees that is strong in their own fields. So anyway, go back to my story. I want to ask you a question. Where do you think Kenya is headed now that Trump hatutaki, ametukataa, amechokana na sisi, anasema hataki anything to do with Kenya because our president wanamuhusisha na mambo ya Sudan, kupeleka bunduki Sudan, wanamuhusisha na mambo ya kufanya kazi na Al-Shabaab.
It must have been quite painful when you're described as the worst president. You saw that.
There is all manner of stories all over as to.
How did you take that?
I also saw one saying that Nairobi is the capital of Africa. So there is all manner of things in the social media. But you see, as a leader, you must keep the focus.
How hard is that?
It's quite difficult because there is so much noise sometimes, there is so much action sometimes, and it is easy to be dissuaded or it is easy to be misled. But for the last 3 years, I have kept my focus, and believe you me, it's turning around. People are beginning to say, let's listen. Maybe William Ruto has something to say. In fact, because the reality is changing. The numbers are speaking for themselves. The transformation is
very grave allegations wanamuhusisha na mambo ya China. You see, in fact, even when he was in America for the UN summit, we saw how he was not even welcome kama president. Tulimwona akitembea kwa streets, no respect accorded to him. We even had a speech, and of course he was addressing empty chairs. That's the amount of damage our president has actually caused this nation. No. And it is sad. During Uru's time, these things never happened. Uhuru was a very, as in he was a gentle president. Hakuwa drama. Kibaki's time, Kibaki was the best. Moi akona easy. So I think the advice I'll actually give our president, should he watch this video, is that he should fix this thing. Because akiachilia hivi, Kenya will be headed in the wrong direction. Yeah? And now, the military is very offended because hawatapata empowerment from America. Remember, US government has been sending weapons to our military, training to our military. Okay? Wamekosaidia sana. Even in the fight against Al-Shabaab, US Army, US government has been assisting Kenya. So, waki-withdraw their support, it means that wameacha our KDF on their own. So it is easy for Al-Shabaab to actually kumaliza our army. It's very easy because our army hatakuwa na ile technical know-how, how they're supposed to actually counterattack terrorism. And remember, USA is good in counterattacking terrorism, but now wamesema hapana, acha wa Kenya wajipiganie. If you think that this message is a simple message, my friend, think again. This is a very strong message, and it actually shows that Kenya is actually headed in the wrong direction. Yeah, that kamahali we won't be able to fight for ourselves. I'm telling you, my people, that's how it is. That's how it is. I'm just putting it there as in the way it is. The things here vile tunaenda inakuwa worse and worse. Comment there, tell me what to think. Do you think Kenya will actually get out of this? Do you think to survive maneno ya USA? Do you think our president should be blamed? Ama America wame overstep their decision? Wama USA wamezidi? Comment then, of course, I'll be glad to actually meet you in the next video. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Remain blessed. If you love politics, then Dr. Politica is your cup of tea. The place for minds that think. If you are watching this from anywhere else, Search the name, hit subscribe, and stay sharp with us. Thank you for making Dota Politica your home for fearless political truth. Every view, every like, every share fuels the fire behind the hours of research, filming, and editing we pour into each episode. By showing up consistently, you don't just support a channel, you empower a voice. In a world ruled by headlines, spin, and power games, you remind us that real people still care about real facts. We are here to inform, inspire, and ignite critical thinking, not just for today, but for generations to come. You are not just a viewer, you are the reason this platform exists.